Story time of how my boyfriend got my mom pregnant. So to get started with the story, this all happened on me and my boyfriend's 4 years. And he was super duper close with my family. Like, we go on every single vacation together. He was there for every holiday. He was there at my house almost every day. And it was honestly just an amazing relationship, in my opinion. Well, until he slept with my mom. But anyways, it was me and my boyfriend's 4 year, and I had planned this whole big, huge surprise for him. So his mom gave me a copy of the house key, just in case anybody was wondering how I got in. But I had decorated his entire room and spent about $400 on decorations and then about $1,500 on gifts. I had told him that something came up and I couldn't hang out that day. And my mom's a loudmouth, so I of course didn't tell her. I just told her I was out with a friend. And he had told me that he was staying with his friends. So I just wanted to wait and let him have the time with the boys and let him see the stuff the next day. So I head home and then I head into my mom's room because I wanted to then tell her what I did. And I walk into her room seeing my boyfriend and her sleeping together. I'm running out of time, like, for part two. Part two of how my boyfriend got my mom pregnant. So continuing on with the story, I walk into my mom's room and I see them literally sleeping together. Intensely. Very, very intensely. Looks like my mom was enjoying it more than I did. That's why you're 52 and divorced, mother. I hope you see this too. Anyways, I slammed the door so hard that I broke the side of the door and I run back to my room. That exact moment, I drove to his house, got every single gift I got him, yeeted those things in my car, mine now. That's why I get him gifts that I like just in case I ever have to take it back. Then I blocked him on absolutely everything and ghosted him. So of course I was really, really sad. And I went and stayed with my grandma for about a month because I was very, very upset with my mom. One day while she was at work, I come to my house to get some more of my stuff. And in my bathroom was a pregnancy test. Oh, and it was positive. Comes to find out, it's my boyfriend's baby. Oh, and that reminded me that I needed to take a pregnancy test. And as we're speaking now, I am 8 months pregnant with his freaking baby. Story time of how I found out that my little sister's teacher hid cameras in their bathroom. So my sister at the time was in 2nd grade and they have bathrooms inside their classroom. Well, it's just one bathroom inside the classroom that they all use. And at that school, 4th grade and below, every single classroom has a bathroom inside the room so the kids don't have to wander the halls. So parent conferences that night started at 6 o'clock and ours was scheduled for about 6:30. But we ended up not being able to make it at 6:30 because we had to do something, so we ended up coming around 7:45. Which at the time, everybody was already gone. So we go, and my parents sit down with the teacher, and they talk. We had gone to Sonic before that, and I got a blue raspberry slushie, and I ended up spilling that all over the floor. So I run into the bathroom, and I grab a bunch of paper towels, and right when I got in there, something just felt really weird to me. So after I cleaned it up, I walked back into the bathroom, and in the top right of the bathroom, in the corner, there was a box with a hole in it. I text my mom what I saw, and right after I get out of the bathroom, she says she has to go to the bathroom. I'm running out of time, like, for this crazy part two. Part two of how I found out that my sister's teacher was hiding cameras in their bathroom. So continuing on with the story, my mom goes into the bathroom, and I'm not sure what she did in there, but my crazy mother comes out with the box that was around the camera, cussing, and I could not get her to stop yelling. The teacher then says that they have that in there for safety reasons. They have a camera in a 2nd grader's bathroom for safety reasons. Yeah, okay. Anyways, my mom was really, really mad, and they ended up calling the non-emergency number for the police. So then when they got there, they had to search his phone. I don't know what the police really do in this type of situations, but they ended up searching his phone. And on his phone, they found recordings of the students in the bathroom, and they found zoomed-in screenshots from the recordings of the children's private areas. My sister's teacher had also had recordings of other teachers using the bathroom, and zoomed-in pictures of their private areas. Yes, this teacher is in jail, and I'm pretty sure there might be an online article about it. But it's crazy to think that a disgusting person like this would set up cameras in a child's bathroom. Story time of how I got the best revenge on my worst enemy. So basically there was this girl that literally copied my absolute every move. It all started because the boy that she was dating tried to hit me up. So I guess she was trying to be more like me, I guess. And it all started when I got a puppy. Literally 2 days later, she ended up getting a puppy. The same kind of puppy. Then about a week goes on and I dye my hair blonde. Well, I bleach it. And she dyes her hair blonde. Okay, then the next day, I posted on my story about this app that I was using. It's called Fitness Coach, and I was getting my dream body from it. Also, the link to that app will be in my bio. But then not even an hour later, she posted that she was using it. Then I just noticed every single little thing that I did, she would also start to copy. She even started literally copying my outfits head to toe. So once I noticed that, I decided I was gonna try something out. And I bought a bald cap from the store. And then I posted on a private story with only her in it. Ha, guess what happened 2 days later? I'm running out of time, for part two. Part two, if I got the best revenge on my worst enemy. Continuing on with the story, after I got a bald cap and posted it on my private story with only her in it, 2 days later, she shaves her head. So this is the time where I try to confront the girl, because at this point, it's obvious she's trying to copy me. And after I confronted her about her trying to copy me, she then tried to say that I was the one trying to copy her, and then switch up the whole story. But for about months and months, she continued to copy me, and now here's where the story gets bad. My puppy ended up passing away due to heart failure. And then, of course, I posted about it on my Instagram story. And that night, I was scrolling through, like, who viewed it. And I see her little fake account. And honestly, I didn't think anything of it. It took a little bit, but 5 days later, I see on her story, "My baby will always have a place in my heart. Rip Moxie." Oh, I named my dog Roxy, by the way. And that's the exact thing I put on my story. Exact words and everything. I don't know what she did with the dog, and honestly, I'm terrified to know. But after that, I blocked her on absolutely everything because I came to the conclusion that she is crazy. Story time of how I caught my grandma and my dad sleeping together. Yes, you heard me right. My dad was sleeping with my grandma. Sadly, I had to be the one to find this out and walk in on them doing the dirty, and it was probably the most traumatizing experience I've ever had. So basically, my dad told my mom that he had to start working late to get extra money, because at the time we weren't doing so good money-wise. So basically, a couple months go by, and my mom said he started acting really, really weird, and then asked me to keep an eye on him and see if he's, like, doing anything strange. So you know me, the best daughter in the world, kept an eye on him, and I didn't find much out. Until one day, after I came home from school, I got locked out of my house because I didn't have my key, and both of my parents were so called at work. So I told my mom, and she works an hour away, so she couldn't come get me. And so I just had a friend drop me off at my grandma's house. So I tried calling my grandma, but she didn't answer, so I decided I was just gonna go anyways. I go through the back door like I always do, and I wanted to sneak up on her and give her a hug. So I try to be as quiet as I can, and I walk in the room and see my grandma and my dad butt naked on the bed. I'm running out of time. Like for part 2. Part 2 of how I found out that my dad was sleeping with my grandma. So continuing on with the story, I walk in on my dad and my grandma butt naked sleeping with each other. And by sleeping, you guys know what I mean. Oh, did I forget to mention that that's also my dad's mom? So I caught my dad sleeping with his mom. Mind you, my grandma's like 55 and my dad is 32. I mean, I guess it's not that big of an age gap. So back to the story, my first reaction was to take out my phone and start filming it. And my dad and grandma did not like that. But I just kept filming. My exact words were, "I need receipts." By this time, they're both under the blanket trying to get dressed, without me seeing their wing-wings, and hoo-has, and titty-tas. At this moment, I was like, wait, I could be having the dream life right now. I could blackmail these two into anything at this moment. Then I was like, nah, I love my mom a little more than that. So I started thinking for a second about what I wanted to do. Then I book it out the house and send the videos to my mom. They did get a divorce. My dad lives with my grandma, and I do occasionally see him, but I live with my mom. Story time of how I walked in on my boyfriend trying to sleep with my dog. Yes, you did hear me right. My boyfriend tried to sleep with my dog. Okay, so at the time, me and this boy were dating for about 2 years. We usually see each other almost every single day, but because of COVID, at the time, me and my boyfriend couldn't see each other for about 4 weeks. So basically, me and him were trying to surprise each other at the same time. So to his knowledge, I was staying at my grandparents' house and I was supposed to come back Friday. So he decided that he was going to surprise me, and my mom let him stay the night at my house Thursday night so he could surprise me when I got home Friday. So I heard about him trying to surprise me, so I decided I was going to come home Thursday night instead so I could surprise him. So comes Thursday night, I come home, I turn off my Life 360 so he doesn't know where I'm at. I get home, I ask my mom where he's at. She said he was in my room. Mind you, it's about midnight at the time because I couldn't get home till then. I walk into my room and I kid you not, he was trying to sleep with the dog. Pants off, everything. And the dog is a boy. I'm running out of time, like for part 2. Part 2 of how I caught my boyfriend trying to sleep with my dog. So after I walk in the room and see his pants down trying to bang the dog, I don't know how, but for like 3 minutes he does not notice that I'm standing there staring at him, watching him trying to bang my dog. But then finally he looks over and me and him are just making direct eye contact, like staring at each other like, This man had the audacity to say, "I was practicing for when you get home. But your wee-wee inside my dog, yeah, no." At that moment, I was literally speechless. I did not know what to say. This man didn't even bother picking up his pants. He just asked me if I wanted to join him. And of course I said yes. So I went to join him and the dog. No, I'm literally just kidding. My exact words were, "Pick up your dang pants and go bang your own dog, you weirdo." He looked at me and said, "Will do." Like, what? I ended up going to tell my mom what just happened because I was so shocked, and she said, "Oh, I seen him doing that. I just didn't want to say anything." Like, what?